Hey everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thanks for joining us on a Monday night. A very special return guest to my show tonight with a brand new album called Everything's Gonna Be Alright. And we are going to play every single song from this album for you tonight because I think that everyone has a great message and it needs to be heard. And this gentleman that's with me tonight is a country music legend, so many number one hits, and traveled all over the world. And he is the original urban cowboy. It's a pleasure to welcome Johnny Lee to My Kind of Country. Johnny, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, thank you. And I thank you ahead of time for playing all the cuts on a new record, man. It means a lot to me.
Well, it is my honor. I think everything on here needs to be heard. And right away, I'd like to talk about your new single, Everything's Gonna Be Alright. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Well, I started writing that song a couple of years ago. And I guess it was meant to be, not to be finished a couple of years ago. If it finished back then, it wouldn't have the same impact it's got on as it does right now on people, you know. But I called Tony Ramey up, another songwriter friend of mine. And when I first met him, I played a song for him. He remembered it, and I said, man, I want to finish this song. So he had me finish it, and I put it on the record. And lo and behold, that's the title of the album, my first single. And I think it's an awesome, awesome song.
Oh, it absolutely is. And, yeah, I think the timing couldn't have been any better right now.
Yeah, really. Like I said, it wasn't meant to be finished a couple years ago. But I never forgot it, you know, and so it stuck in my head and kept trying to finish it, but couldn't. And finally did, and so it's what you hear, it's finished now.
Well, that's great. Well, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to play that brand new single, Everything's Gonna Be Alright. It's from Johnny Lee's brand new album, just released February 12th, and the single's been out for about a month or so. You can go to thejohnnyleemusic.com, and, of course, all the usual places we get our music downloaded these days. And we're going to play that for you and come back to talk to Johnny about these other great songs. Stay with us as My Kind of Country continues.
All or nothing, it's all on you. You want to win, but sometimes you lose. You do your best and hold your head up high. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Brand new day brings a brand new light. Everything's gonna be alright. Turn on the news and it's bad again. Makes you wonder if it ever ends. Love flowing somewhere deep and wide. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Brand new day brings a brand new light. Everything's gonna be alright. In a hospital bed, Mom and Daddy ain't giving up yet. They say a prayer and a voice from inside says everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Brand new day brings a brand new light. Everything's gonna be alright. Streets are empty and the buildings are bare. Troubled hearts beating everywhere. Hold on to each other, hold on tight. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Brand new day brings a brand new light. Everything's gonna be alright.
Man, that's a great song, Johnny, and it's as you said, it's perfect timing for it right now, without a doubt.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man.
Well, you got some, man. I'll tell you, the thing I like about this album is there's a message on here with every song. But you've chosen some great stuff, not only that you've written, but some other great people have written. And your cover of a song for you, the Leon Russell song, is just stellar. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Well, my friend Tony Jolene, you sing with me at Gillies. I called her up and said, I'm going to cut this song. Why don't you come over and play piano on it? And she did. We did this song in one take. And then after we finished it, I took the engineer. I said, man, I want a cello player. He said, I know the best one in Nashville. So he called him up and he came and sat and played it. And this is one take. And so I always wanted, I love this song forever. And I think Tony Jolene really nailed it, man. So
tell me a little bit about Tony Jolene.
Well, it's like I said, you sing with Mickey Gillies, and she left before the movie came out, and she's now a preacher. And so I called her up and said, I want to do this song. She said, sure, let's do it. So she came in and recorded it like that. We did this thing in one take,
Wow, that's great.
It was meant to be, I love her to pieces,
Did you know Leon Russell?
No, I never met him, but I always love this song.
Yeah, absolutely. And another fantastic song on here, too, was Statue of a Fool.
Oh, yeah, Jan Crutchfield wrote that song.
Yeah.
The first country song I ever learned. I'm going to get a job after I was in Texas called Cedar Oaks. The guy liked me and he liked my band. But you didn't play country, Johnny. My wife loves country music. So I said, well, hell, I'll learn some. So we learned Statue of a Fool for my first song. They were learning country, And I watched the way the people reacted to it. So I always wanted to re-record that song. Little did I know at the time I ended up being friends with Jack Green. And I worked on his last album he did. I sang Nightlife with him. And Statue of a Fool, I've always loved that song. And so I wanted to record it, so I did.
That song has had some great versions over the years. Of course, you mentioned Jack Green was the original one, and then Ricky Van Shelton had a big hit with that, too, back in the 80s.
Yeah, so did Brian Collins in the 70s. And then Ricky Van Shelton. And so now Johnny Lee's recorded it, so.
All right. Well, I think that's got single potential. You're sounding great and singing just fantastic, and I'm going to play that one for our listeners right now along with a song for you, and we're going to come back and talk to Johnny about some more great tracks on this album. Everything's going to be all right. It's available at thejohnnyleemusic.com. Stay with us.
Well, I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. Now we're alone, and I'm singing this song for you.
I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, but darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. Please see through me, 'cause we're alone, and I'm singing my song for you.
You've taught me precious secrets of the truth withholding nothing.
You came out in front, I was hiding.
But now I'm so much better, and if my words don't come together,
listen to the melody, 'cause my love is in there hiding.
and I've loved you in a place where there's no space or time.
I love you for my life, you are a friend of mine.
And when my life is over, remember when we were together.
We were alone.
Now I'm singing my song for you. Well, you taught me precious secrets of the truth withholding nothing.
You came out in front while I was hiding.
But now I'm so much better,
and if the words don't come together, ooh,
listen to the melody,
'cause my love is in there hiding.
and I've loved you in a place where there's no space or time.
I love you for my life, you are a friend of mine.
And when my life is over, please remember when we were together.
We were alone, and I was singing my song.
Singing my song.
Just singing my song.
For you. Somewhere there should be, for all the world to see, a statue of a fool made of stone. An image of a man love slipped through his hands, and then just let him stand there all alone. And there face. A gold tear should be placed to honor the million tears he's cried, and the hurt in his eyes would show, so that everyone would know. Concealed is a broken heart inside. So build a statue, and Lord, build it high, so that all can see. Then inscribe the world's greatest fool and name it after me. After me.
All right, some great real country music from Johnny Lee right there, and that's one of the things I love about this album, Johnny. You really tapped the real traditional country music well on this project.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
One of the songs you've written on here was called "Did You Enjoy Hurting Me?" Tell me about that song.
I wrote that song back in the early 80s, and then I asked Willie Nelson who play on it, you know. So they told me to send it to Willie at the studio. Willie told me that, so I did. A couple days later, I got it back, and it was Willie Nelson. Played trigger on it, you know. And I told my engineer, I said, don't even touch it, song. What Willie played, leave it right up there. You know, that I love that song, always have.
It's a great song. Yeah, Willie's fantastic. You know, you can distinguish his guitar playing. You can always pull it right out. He is so unique. And that guitar he's got has got such a unique sound. I don't think there's anything else like it.
No, man, it's not.
Well, another song you wrote on here, Saw and the Fiddle. Tell me about that one.
I read a Dolphin Gang's book, and Dolphin Gang had a stepdad that wasn't worth the darn, you know. And there was a dance in Kansas that night. He was listening to him, and he said that he found out that fiddle player made more in one night than he did, you know, all week, in a couple of weeks. So we went back and borrowed a fiddle. So I put a story to it, for my life story, with it, and that's about it, you know. Megan Mullins played fiddle on that song, too. She's a real. I look forward to her working with her anytime I can. She is a great artist, great singer, and great showman. When I go on the road, I hope that she goes with me. She'll be playing fiddle, you know.
Yeah, she's fantastic, no doubt about it. Well, another fantastic lady that wrote this next song I want to talk about, Kelly was on my show recently, Kelly Lang, and of course she's married to the great T.G. Shepherd, and she wrote a song on here called I Know Me.
Yeah. We went to dinner one night on a cruise, and she was asking me a bunch of questions, you know. I didn't know she was taking mental notes or whatever. After we had dinner that night, she wrote that song. She asked me a bunch of questions about my ex-wife, you know. So I guess that's what she got out of it. And she sent me this demo on it, and I said, man, Kelly, it's a wonderful song. You ought to release that song. She said, no, I wrote for you. So I said, what? She said, yeah. So I recorded it. And, boy, it's a really, really, really strong song.
It sure is. She is a great writer, no doubt about that. That's great. You did a great job on it. I'll bet she was proud when she heard it.
She said she was. I still think that she did a better job on it than I did, but that's just me, though.
Well, we'll let our listeners be the judge. You guys can let us know what you think of this one. We're going to play "Hi Know Me" for you right now, and these other great songs we just talked about with Johnny Lee from his brand new album, "Everything's Gonna Be All Right." The JohnnyLeeMusic.com is the website, folks, and we'll be back to talk to Johnny. We're going to play every single song from this project for you tonight, so stay with us as My Kind of Country continues. I'm your host, Scott Wikle.
Look what you've done to me now. You must be proud of yourself, darling. Did you enjoy hurting me? The hard part will now begin, 'cause I've lost more than a friend. Darling, did you enjoy hurting me? The hurting's only started. We barely even parted, but it makes so little difference to you now. So tell me before you go, there's one thing I've just gotta know. Darling, did you enjoy hurting me? The hurting's only started. We barely even parted, but it makes so little difference to you now. So tell me before you go, there's one thing I've just gotta know. Enjoy hurting me? Whoa, darling, did you enjoy hurting me? Started working on a farm when I was just a kid. Never got much money for the work I did. Work all day long till the sun would go down, and I was too tired to go to town. Oh, and I sure did like to go to town. So I bought me an old fiddle and I learned a few runs, 'cause I sure be working in the red hot sun. Don't wanna feed no chickens and slop no hogs. Sawing on the fiddle beat, sawing on the log. Sawing on the fiddle beat, sawing on the logs. Pays a lot more than working on a farm. poor man, treated like a dog. Sawing on fiddle beat, sawing on logs. When I left the farm, I thought I had it right. Gonna try me a taste of city life. Had to keep on playing till I finally got good. I really saw fiddle than I had chop wood. Sawing on fiddle beat, sawing on logs. Pays a lot more than working on the farm. Tired of living like a poor man, treated like a dog. Sawing on fiddle beat, sawing on logs. Yeah. This band came to town and said, Johnny, I like the way you sound. Get your fiddle, son, get on the bus. My mama started to cry, my daddy started to cuss. Well, sawing on the fiddle beat, sawing on the logs. Pays a lot more than working on the farm. Tired of living like a poor man, treated like a dog. Sawing on the fiddle beat, sawing on the logs. Sawing on fiddle beat, sawing on logs. Oh, if you want me to, I'd love to come back to you. I'd love to look you in the eyes and sincerely apologize. Love to tell you I would never drink, never lie to you and never cheat. But the harsh reality is I know me. And if you want me to, I could tell you that I've changed, but we both know I'm still the same, and I'd just drive you insane. Oh, if you want me to, I won't call, I'll just let you be. Wish things had turned out differently, but I know me. I know me. That don't mean that I don't love you. Selfishly put myself above you. I know me. Oh, it's time that you fly free. I know me. You put me on a pedestal when I could barely stand. You only saw the best in me when I did not deserve a chance. I know I'll die a lonely man, full of regrets I'll be. Such a sad tragedy. But I know me. That don't mean that I don't love you. I know me. Selfishly put myself above you. I know me. Oh, it's time that you fly free. I know me. No, it's not that I don't love you. I know me. Selfishly put myself above you. I know me. Oh, it's time that you fly free. I know me. Yeah, I know me.
All right, that's brand new music from Johnny Lee from his latest album, Everything's Gonna Be All Right. And we got the man himself, the original Urban Cowboy, with us tonight, and we're playing every song from this new project for you. And Johnny, the next song I'd like to ask you about is one called Take Me Back to Texas.
Yeah, I heard Leanne Womack sing that song on a television show. When I found out they weren't going to release it on her, I jumped on it, man. I had to sing that song. But the song just hit near and dear in my heart. Texas.
All right, well, the song Highways Run Forever is another one. You wrote quite a few of the songs on this album, and this is one of them. Tell me the story behind Highways Run Forever.
Well, after flying back to Los Angeles one night, I looked down and saw the highways and thinking about all the places we'd been, me and Mickey, Gilly, and the song, I don't know how to start writing it, and it's what it turned out. And they finished it next morning after I got back to Texas, from looking out the airplane window.
It's a beautiful song. I love that one for sure. And another one this is probably one of my favorites on this project, is called Annie.
Well, Mickey Gilly and I did a concert at the Palomino Club in North Hollywood. And when I got through my show, I was walking back to security, all people were all on the other side of the ropes. Saw this white girl with cornrows in her hair. First time I ever seen a white girl with cornrows in her hair. So I stuck my hand out and she grabbed my hand. I pulled her underneath the ropes, took her backstage with me, and couldn't find out her name was Annie, and took her back to the hotel with me because we had to get ready to go out, leave town that night. We leave it on a red eye special, and thought I want to write a song for her. And I did. I wrote that song that night for her. But as I took her back to the hotel, what I meant by that was she told me she was a singer and songwriter. I want to take her to Nashville with me, to try to do something with her. But things didn't work out.
Wow, that's great. Well, hey, we're going to take a little break here and play those songs for you. And this is all from Johnny Lee's new album, Everything's Gonna Be All Right, available at the JohnnyLeeMusic.com and, of course, Amazon and iTunes and all those great places. And we're spending some time talking to Johnny about every song and playing the entire album for you tonight. So stay with us, and we'll be right back with My Kind of Country.
If something should happen to me, heaven forbid, I'm only gonna make this one request. no matter how long it takes you, no matter how far. Promise me you'll grant my wish and cross your heart. When it comes to where I want my memory, there's only one place on earth I see. Promise me you'll take me back to Texas and bury me beneath that old oak tree, on the bank beside the creek I used to fish in. And I can be beside the boy I used to be. Promise me you'll take me back to Texas. It's the only place I know I'll rest in peace. Now don't you go worrying about me, don't trouble your soul. If something was wrong, you'd be the first to know. No, you ain't gonna lose me, baby, as long as I breathe. Wherever you are is where I'm gonna be. But when the Lord decides that I'm ready, I just want you to make sure I get home. Promise me you'll take me back to Texas and bury me beneath that old oak tree, on the bank beside the creek I used to dream on. And I can be beside the boy I used to be. Promise me you'll take me back to Texas. It's the only place I know I'll rest in peace. Heaven knows my soul belongs in Texas. It's the only place I know I'll rest in peace. Annie, would you marry me? Annie, would you be my wife? I'm not trying to tie you down, I'm not trying to change your life. All I wanna do is love you, Annie, love you for the rest of my life. Hey, Annie, would you marry me? Annie, would you be my wife? Annie, you're so different, I've never met nobody like you. Every time I close my eyes, I swear you're just too good to be true. We're so much alike in so many ways, Annie. We even like the same kind of songs. But you're afraid of falling in love, I'm afraid of someone doing me wrong. We're so much alike in so many ways, Annie. We even like the same kind of songs, but you're afraid of falling in love. I'm afraid of someone doing me wrong. Yeah, all I wanna do is love you, Annie. Love you for the rest of my life. Hey, Annie, would you marry me? Annie, would you be my wife? Annie, would you marry me? Annie, would you be my wife? Them highways run forever. It seems like they ain't never gonna end. Making me a living that's making me old. I bet I can tell you some stories that you never been told. Them highways run forever. It seems like they ain't never gonna end. Every time I turn around, I'm on another highway again. I've been living out of motels, never knowing a soul. Sometimes this life we're living sure gets old. I met a lot of women, seen a lot of lying eyes. I made some happy, I made some cry. But them highways run forever. It seems like they ain't never gonna end. Every time I turn around, I'm on another highway again. Oh yeah. Every time I turn around, I'm on another highway again. Them highways run forever. It seems like they ain't never gonna end. Every time I turn around, I'm on another highway again. Oh yeah. Every time I turn around, I'm on another highway again. Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, fantastic new music from Johnny Lee, and I got the urban cowboy himself with me tonight. We're talking about every single song on here. Johnny, you wrote another great song on here that I absolutely love, and it's called "If You Drive Your Husband to Drinking."
Yeah, I play a bar in South Texas, and we're in Nelson. We used to play a lot, yeah. drive your husband and drink it, drive him here. So, oh my God, listen, that's a song, you know. So I wrote it down, and me and a guy named Donnie Crum wrote that song. Fun song. I'm glad you like it, man.
It is. It kind of reminds me back to the good old urban cowboy era. You know, it's kind of a fun song like that.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about the song "There Never Was a Doubt in My Mind."
Wrote that song with Alex Harvey. I used to play a lot of golf, and every time I made a long putter, make a shot, I said, "Man, you think he's going to make it?" But and there was a doubt in my mind, man. And that song came to the golf course. And so I told Alex that, played the song for me. He said, "Let's finish this song." So he picked me up at my house in Nashville that day. And over to his house. We talked about everything under the sun, everything but that song. And so he walked off into the room, came back and put a bridge to it, and said, "How about this?" Yeah, it works. So there was a doubt in my mind. It would come of it.
That's great. Well, another song on here that, and I'm sure there's quite a story to this one, and another song that you wrote called "Live in Hell." Tell me about the story behind this one.
Well, I was out with Johnny Paycheck that night. He had done a concert at Gillies, and back in the day, when everybody was doing stuff they wasn't supposed to do, but we didn't have any better sense than, you know. He called his wife at night. Johnny Paycheck did, and said he wouldn't go on vacation with her. Gonna hang out with me. I said, "Oh my God." So that's where that song came about. What started out as Heaven for Us, ain't nothing now but Live in Hell. And actually, I wasn't ever going to record that song. But I played it for some guys in my band. I said, "Oh, boss, you got to cut this song. That's country, man." And so I did. I cut it. So it turned out great, man. And I love it.
Oh, it turned out fantastic. I love it. And you're right. It's country, no doubt about it. It sounds to me like a lot of these songs have been kind of living with you for a while, and you've decided to record them now.
Yeah, I never did. They have. I wrote all of them back in the late '60s, early '70s, and the early '80s. So I did. I recorded all but two of the songs I thought about after I finished the record. I'll put them on the next record. So I decided it's time to put some Johnny Lee songs out.
That's right. I agree with you there. Well, we're going to play some of those great songs for you. Right now, If You Drive Your Husband to Drinking, and There Never Was a Doubt in My Mind, and Live in Hell for you. We got a couple more songs to talk about from this great new album from Johnny Lee. It's called Everything's Gonna Be All Right, available at the JohnnyLeeMusic.com, and of course Amazon and iTunes and all those great places. And stay with us. We got a couple more powerful songs to talk about as we continue with My Kind of Country and Johnny Lee.
On now. Ladies, listen to me. I got some news for you. If the one you love's gone crazy and you don't know what to do, if you're driving him to drinking and he's driving you insane, there's a place that you can take him to get him straightened out again. And the corner there's a jukebox playing songs of love gone bad. It can be the best therapy that he's ever had. At the bar we have group sessions over whiskey, wine, and beer. If you drive your husband to drinking, drive him here. Now whiskey eases misery, by the love that's gone bad. and wine will put him in the mood to want the love he once had. Beer will give him courage to call you on the line and ask you to forgive him and pick him up at closing time. In the corner there's a jukebox playing songs of love gone bad. It can be the best therapy that he's ever had. At the bar we have group sessions over whiskey, wine, and beer. If you drive your husband to drinking, drive him here. Sometimes I know it's hard to understand the one you love. So if he's thinking about drinking, drive him down to join the club. At the bar we have group sessions over whiskey, wine, and beer. So if you drive your husband to drinking, drive him here. If you drive your husband to drinking, drive him here. Bring him on down to Gillis. Make it. I knew it from the start, but I know you wondered if I'd ever break your heart. Did you think we'd still be together after all this time? Oh, darling, there never was a doubt in my mind. No, no, darling, there never was a doubt in my mind. Our friends said we were crazy. They said we won't last long. I wonder what they're saying now. We sure proved them wrong. It comes as no surprise that love's alive and doing fine. Whoa, darling, there never was a doubt in my mind. All I have to give you is a heart that won't say no, and a mind that knows that love will never end. Love will keep on standing wherever ill winds blow, 'cause even mighty oaks know how to bend. Now listen to me. There never was a true love that didn't have some troubled times. Whoa, darling, there never was a doubt in my mind. My sweet darling, there never was a doubt in my mind. No, no, darling, there never was a doubt in my mind. Love that woman for so long. All the time I thought I knew her well, but I guess that goes to show you, sometimes there ain't a way a man can tell. Our marriage is like a bedroom, colder than any old jailhouse cell. What started out is heaven for us. Ain't nothing now but a living hell. I turned to the bottle when she turned her back on me and turned me away. 'Cause the bottle kept me warmer than the two loving arms I thought I knew so well. Our marriage is like our bedroom, it's colder than in your jailhouse cell. What started out as heaven for us ain't nothing now but a living hell. I turned to the bottle when she turned her back on me and turned me away. 'Cause the bottle kept me warmer than the two loving arms I thought I knew so well. Our marriage is like a bedroom, colder than your jailhouse cell. What started out as heaven for us ain't nothing now but a living hell. What started out as heaven for us ain't nothing now but a living hell.
All right, Johnny, man, I'll tell you, "Live in Hell," that's right up there with my favorites on this album. It really is a great song.
Really? Well, thank you, man. I'm just flabbergasted that people are loving this music, you know. Who knows, if I recorded them a long time ago, it might not have been so, or maybe it's meant to be.
Tell me about the song that your daughter recorded that you've included on this project as kind of a bonus track.
She came up and started asking me a question about my childhood for the first time, you know. Asked me a question about when I went in the military and when I liked to drink and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know she'd write a song. And so when she played it for me, I almost cried, you know. So anytime I get really upset with her, all I do is listen to her song. And I'm not upset with her anymore, you know. But I feel very, very, very blessed that my daughter wrote a song about me. And she's singing it. I want to put it on my record to give her a chance, you know. Put it more or less like a bonus track.
Yeah.
And, well, you know, you got a daughter, you know what I mean.
I sure do. It really hit me. She sings so beautifully, and I'm so glad that you included that in this project. It really hits home for me, buddy.
I wanted to put her on there to give her a free ride, you know, and turn on my fans that like me. Maybe discover they like her.
Will you be sure to tell her how much I love that song? I think she couldn't have done a beautiful job on it.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Actually, the second track on this album, and I left it for the last very intentionally because we've been talking about timing and everything right now, and everything that's going on in this country. This might be the most poignant track to include on this project, and it's very simply the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah. I felt like doing something patriotic, and that's all I can say about that. I was at the Plymouth bar in Texas one time. 90-something-year-old man out there dancing her song. The war veteran, been shot up and stuff in World War II, and so I got him on stage and I did the Pledge of Allegiance. And I remember that, and I felt like doing patriotic reasons. But I love our country, no matter how much turmoil it's in. It still is the greatest country in the world. So I got ordered to do that song.
You got that
So
right.
I just did it,
Well, I'm going to be playing that very frequently on my shows.
Thank you.
I think that's something that we all need to hear. I hated when they started taking it out of schools and things like that. And
That's another reason I did it, because I can't believe they take it out of schools. That's bull crap.
yes, it is.
So we need to get back to our roots, back to what we used to do.
Amen to that.
So I felt like doing it. So.
Well, before I let you go, I wanted to talk about, I know you got some great musicians. We've talked about a few of them, but my gosh, you got Brent Mason on here, and Lonnie Wilson, Buddy Hyatt, Scotty Sanders on steel guitar, and of course the great Buddy Hyatt did the production work along with you on this. And tell me a little bit about some of these great pickers and the recording for this.
That's the A-team. And so Brent Mason, played guitar. He's played with me a long time ago. And they're great, great musicians, that's all I can say. And Statue of a Fool, for instance, Buddy Hyatt played piano on it. And so I listened to it, I said, no, when you go back and play it just like the original record, buddy. He did, and you'll understand what I mean. Best figures in Nashville.
Well, what's on tap for you? I know you're doing some dates with Mickey Gilley this year, and hopefully things are going to start picking up again for tour dates. So what's coming up for you?
I'm doing the rodeo February 20th in San Antonio. After that, I don't know. I think Mickey and I start back out on the road in March.
Well, great. Well, if you get a chance, make sure you go see these country music legends in concert, folks. They are sounding fantastic, as you've heard on these great songs tonight. Well, I want to thank you so much for giving me all this time, and it's been an honor to present all these songs to our listeners tonight. And again, folks, it's the JohnnyLeeMusic.com is the website, and the album is called Everything's Gonna Be All Right. Johnny Lee, thank you so much for being on My Kind of Country. It's nice to have you back again.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
He was one of 6 on a dairy farm. Never knew his daddy, so that must have been hard. Shipped out at 18. You gotta fight for what you believe in. Well, he was born to hit the road with that big old Texas soul. His heart is fast and wild, blue bonnets in a field. But that man's just like an onion. His will is made of steel, and my blood runs just like his dust. Whiskey with a splash of holy water. I was born to be my father's daughter. He says the grass ain't greener on the other side. Bloom where you are, girl, you're one of a kind. Sing songs, play bars, 'cause fame don't come by wishing on a star. Well, he's a shoulder I can cry on. his dust, whiskey with a splash of holy water. I was born to be my father's daughter. Roots run deep, rivers run free. If you know him, you know me. His heart is fast and wild, blue bonnets in a field. But that man's just like an onion, his will is made of steel. And my blood runs just like his does, whiskey with a splash of holy water. I was born to be my father's daughter, to be my father's daughter. I'm my father's daughter.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.